Hey guys, we're here in the Gearful studio and we wanted to take a moment to talk with you about the basics of a possibles pouch, or what some might call a contingency kit. So what I have here is my bare bones here personally. There are some supplementals that I'll add to it from time to time based on the environment that I'll be operating in, but we'll go ahead and jump into the basic principles of this type of a kit. One being tools, water purification, additional communication techniques, fire starting capabilities, backup lighting, and then field repairs for gear. So we'll go ahead and dive into each one of these assets individually. Again, this is my personal kit. We'll weigh them to give you a reference, and then we'll weigh them all as a full kit at the end to give you that full kit value at the same time. But diving right in. For basic tools, I carry a work sharp knife sharpener, as well as a Benchmade Hidden Canyon and a Leatherman Scala tool. That Leatherman Scala tool will be in my kit more often than not, but there's times when I'm heavier due to, say, later season additional bulk, and I'll choose to omit it. However, more often than not, it's with me. The reason I carry these tools in my possibles pouch, my contingency kit, is I want to have the ability to maintain the sharpest edge I possibly can. I try not to have to use that work sharp knife sharpener by just basic discipline with the blade in hand. So not burying the blade in the soil, not burying the blade into a rock, staying focused and staying disciplined in the usage of my knife. My fixed blade knife is a Benchmade Hidden Canyon. This is my backup knife for my replaceable blade knives when it comes to breaking down an animal, caping, things of that nature. But then additionally, this is my go-to knife for basic camp chores, or if I had to use it for something more robust other than a replaceable blade knife. So that's the Benchmade Hidden Canyon. Our weights right here. The Benchmade Hidden Canyon is going to weigh in at 4 ounces. The work sharp knife sharpener is going to weigh in at 1.6 ounces. Moving on to the Leatherman Scala tool. This asset is going to give me a significant weight penalty, but it does give me added capability, and I'm willing to accept that weight more often than not. But the Leatherman Scala tool will shave a few ounces by its design, its skeletonized nature, but what this will give you is a pair of needle nose pliers, a little bit more of a wide jaw, heavier serration type plier as well with a cutter, and then you have bits that come with it, a 1/4 inch and a 3/16 flathead, as well as a number 1 and a number 2 Phillips. So there's a lot of field repairs, whether you're pulling tent stakes out of some solid soil or whatever it may be, but having an asset such as this could add to your capability and prevent injury at the same time. Water purification, this is only to be used in an emergency, but at the weight penalty had there, let me backtrack here shortly, the Leatherman Scala tool weighs in at 5.1 ounces. But again, back to those water purification tablets. This right here is going to weigh in at less than 1/2 ounce. It's 0.2. And this is going to give me, with my bladder, or for me myself with my Nalgene, I do have the ability to purify up to 60 quarts of water, and I have that with no more than, say, 0.2 to 0.3 ounces of weight penalty. So that's a no-brainer there. It's always going to be with me as a backup solution. In addition to my smartphone and my Garmin InReach, or an alternative means of satellite communication, I will have some basic communication techniques on hand as well. One being a basic signal mirror. I've carried this for years, from my youth to the military to the present. I'll carry it to be able to flash a location if I had to, really in a dire need. However, when it comes to the signal mirror, make sure you get one with that center focal point that's available for use from the backside with your eye. So should you only have one arm for usage, you can still use it to effectively flash a target. Or if you have both arms available, you could resort to that traditional, put the flash in the webbing of your fingers, put your target in the V of your fingers, and then flash it upward and effectively from there. So I do carry a signal mirror. A little bit of a weight penalty there, but I accept it because it is dual purpose. I'll use it for self-medicating or self-aid if I catch a twig to the face and I need to clean it up, patch it up, whatever it may be. But the weight of that signal mirror is going to be 1.9 ounces. Additionally, I do carry flagging. I don't know how many linear feet of flagging this is, but I'll use this for marking a blood trail, especially if there's rains present or I see a thunderstorm on the horizon. I'll go ahead and mark that blood trail progressively as I'm tracking. I'll also use it for communicating if I had to. If I divert off of a known trail and I'm going off trail, I might mark where I'm going to be and give a direction in which I headed. And I'll use that in addition to my Sharpie pen as well, making sure that I pre-flight this effectively and then it's not dried out before I take off on a trip. That Sharpie's wrapped with some Leuco tape for basic usage at the same time, whether first aid or possibles related. Those two assets right there are going to be 0.7 ounces. Moving on from communication is going to be fire starting capabilities. I'll carry an extra Bic lighter just for sheer convenience, but my survival related fire starter is always going to be this Lightning Strike Fire Starter Mini with tinder within. There is a weight penalty here, but I accept it due to the durability and reliability, regardless of the conditions and the good quality that it has. I wouldn't say that it's on par with trioxane, but it's definitely a near comparable at the same time. So that system right there is right on 3.3 ounces actually. And that Bic lighter is going to weigh in at 0.8 ounces. So that's my fire starting capabilities in my contingency kit. I do carry a full-size headlamp as my backup headlamp, and I carry it with 3 fresh AAA batteries, 1 flipped over backwards so that it won't turn on inadvertently in my pack, but that'll give me significant number of hours for usage if I had to resort to it. That's going to come in at 2.9 ounces. And when it comes to a full-size backup headlamp, I'm going to be in the range of about 250 to 400 lumens more often than not. In addition to those batteries in this Ziploc bag, I'll carry an additional 3 AAA batteries. That just gives me further redundancy and further operating capability, but then the majority of this bag is going to be my patch kit. I've got a roll of tenacious tape. I've also got tenacious patches, Gore-Tex patches. I've got a specific patch kit to my sleep system. So whether it's my sleeping mat, my sleeping bag, my down jacket, apparel, shelter, rain gear, whatever it is, I have some basic repairing capabilities while I'm out there on the trail. In addition to repairs, if I bust a strap, bust a buckle on my pack, if I need to sling an arm, whatever it may be, basic cordage, I do carry this reel. When new, it's 125 lineal feet with a tensile strength of 100 pounds, but I'll carry it just to get that added length. Whether you go for the thicker girth paracord or go for this thinner paracord is really up to you. Find what works for you and take it with you is what's most important. But that reel right there is going to weigh in at 1.7 ounces. And I don't think I weighed my patch kit with those 3 AAA batteries. That's going to weigh in at 2.3 ounces. So that's the basic principles of my personal contingency kit, my possibles pouch, if you will. I carry it in this small bag here. There are some supplementals, again, that I'll add from time to time based on the environment that I'm working in. But now we'll go ahead and put all this in the kit, in the pouch, and we'll go ahead and weigh it to get a total system weight. All right, so I took all of those assets that were here on the table. They're all here in this Stone Glacier one size fits most bag. And we'll go ahead and put this on the scale and see what that total system weight is. Maximum weight is going to be 1 pound, 9 ounces. Again, a little heavier than some people, but that's because of the capability, the reliance, and the trust and confidence I have in assets such as the Lightning Strike Fire Starter Mini and the Leatherman Scale Tool, to name just a few. All right, so that wraps up our 2023 look at a contingency kit or a possibles pouch. We hope that we found this video useful. Check us out at gearful.com. If you have any questions, you can contact us there, or you can ask them in the comments here on this YouTube video. Also, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.